there has been this uproar in politics in D.C. about the shutting down of the government, and it seems that we are always here. It seems that it is never a point where we are not faced because of Republicans, because of Democrats, not faced with a government shutdown. And we were on the brink again. Seems like we're always on the brink, and Democrats have to bail out Republicans in this regard. So we were facing a government shutdown deadline. The Senate rushed through the final passage early today of a bipartisan plan. That means Republicans and Democrats had a negotiation on a plan that would temporarily fund the federal operations, disaster aid, and why are we always at this point? So the current plan that was signed by President Biden today kicked the can down the road until March. So this is not gone away forever. It will be back. But the final passage of this bipartisan plan that would temporarily fund federal operations and disaster aid was signed by President Biden. House Speaker Mike Johnson, I'm going to say current because, that at any point in time that could go by the wayside. But Mike Johnson insisted that Congress would meet their obligations and not allow federal operations to shutter ahead of the Christmas holiday season. Thankfully, that would have been a disaster. It's a disaster at any point in time, but especially during the Christmas holiday. And the day's outcome, it was unclear where it was going to go because you had President Musk and the Vice President Donald Trump. I mean, because that's what it appears to be. But in all seriousness, Trump has got to get Elon Musk in order. So Trump doubled down on his insistence that he wanted the debt ceiling increased during this deal. That did not happen. That was crazy talk. But it is what it is. The House approved the new bill overwhelmingly, 366 to 34. The Senate worked into the night to pass it, and it did 85 to 11. Of course, Democrats had to help because Republicans just don't know how to govern. At midnight, the White House said it had ceased shutdown preparations, but Vice President Harris and President Biden both cut their holiday plans short because they were in preparations of the government being shut down. Thankfully, that did not happen. And again, Democrats saving the day because Republicans just don't know how to govern. And a lot of folks are just not prepared for everything that their election of Donald Trump will bring. Billionaires can write off the entire cost of their private jets, their yachts. But teachers can only write off up to $300 worth of school supplies for their classroom. These are the types of things that having billionaires in the ear of the president is just not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Elon Musk was hoping for a government shutdown because he wanted it to be shut down from now until Trump got in office. Trump wanted to raise the debt ceiling to cut taxes for his wealthy donors. The GOP in Congress, Republicans, they're just a hot mess. There's no other way to describe it. They are a hot mess. Democrats, thankfully, held strong. We did not close down the government because They were able to come together. They were able to come together.